Ketchup is a very popular condiment for foods, but most brands of ketchup contain added sugar or high fructose corn syrup. So let's talk a little bit about ketchup and, more importantly, high fructose corn syrup. All right, so let's take a popular brand of ketchup, Heinz ketchup. It has 4 grams of sugar in a tablespoon of ketchup. That doesn't sound too bad, right? Well, the majority of that sugar is corn syrup and high fructose corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup is horrible for you. In fact, in Canada, Heinz doesn't even have any high fructose corn syrup in its bottles. But because of relaxed laws in the US, that bottle of ketchup is loaded with high fructose corn syrup. So let's talk about high fructose corn syrup a little bit. It is easily metabolized by the body and can contribute to overeating, which likely leads to weight gain and obesity over time. Research suggests that high fructose corn syrup can contribute to insulin resistance and lead to fat accumulation in the liver. It has also been linked to an increased risk of heart disease and higher levels of triglycerides and inflammation in the blood. And what may be the worst part of it all is that high fructose corn syrup activates the brain in a way similar to addictive substances. That's right, addictive substances, which can lead to overeating and cravings for other sweet foods. So let's go back to ketchup really quick, because ketchup is not the only food with this dangerous ingredient of high fructose corn syrup. I mean, it's everywhere, right? Look at ingredients lists. There are many foods that have it, but here's the thing. Many people are giving ketchup in, with whatever food it is to their kids, right? They're having, hot dogs or chicken nuggets or whatever, and they're loading up on ketchup. Kids love ketchup. In fact, kids as young as 2 years old are eating ketchup with their hot dogs and so forth. Do you think it's a good idea to feed your 2-year-old food that has something so horrible and addicting as high fructose corn syrup in it? Obviously, places like Canada don't think it's a good idea. That's a little food for thought. See, that's just the problem. It's bad enough that ketchup has a pretty good amount of sugar in it. I mean, 4 grams of sugar in a tablespoon of ketchup is maybe not as much as like soda or something like that, but it's, you figure little kids eat ketchup more than anybody else. It's a pretty considerable thing. It's starting kids on that sugar thing right from the start, right? But that what makes it so much worse, especially here in the United States, is that high fructose corn syrup, which the majority of the sugar in the ketchup here in America is high fructose corn syrup. I mean, people don't even really think about this. Most people that are feeding their kids, they're trying to get their kids to eat certain foods for one thing, right? Kids can be picky, don't want to eat. It could have a lot to do with what you're trying to feed them, but that's the case, right? So you get a kid, give them something like ketchup that like has sugar in it and can be very addicting and taste good to them. They are going to eat that food. So we as parents think, okay, let's give them the ketchup. There's nothing wrong with it, right? But as you can see from this video, what I talked about in the high fructose corn syrup, which is just a major problem, it really is a problem.